Did you guys have any good weekend?
I was at Lone Star Throwdown in Houston, Texas.
Oh, you went to Houston. How
yes,
was that? I guess it's a very fat city.
Fattest city in America.
Everybody's telling me.
And it really is the fattest city.
Is it?
Yeah. No, it's people are fat, turns out.
But it's because they have great food, right?
It's the great food, and I think the inclement weather, and people just sit indoors a lot, I guess. I'm not sure. That doesn't seem like there's a tremendous amount to do in the town. I was in downtown.
But I saw on your Instagram, you were everywhere.
I was a tourist, so I took the family, went downtown Houston, and it's straight just like downtown LA. It's just tall buildings, the whole thing. But we did the aquarium, we did the zoo, we did as much as we could in 4 days we were there. And I was a little disappointed in that it's not really Texan. It's not. You don't get a whole lot of cowboys and country music, which my wife, of course, was looking for. And she's like, I want to see cowboys.
There was no cowboys with guns showing like the dude.
Nothing. She was hoping to leave me for a cowboy, and it didn't happen. And so it's just a regular city. It's a little disappointing on that side, but. A little disappointing on that in that aspect. But I went there for a huge truck show. I won't bore you guys with the details, but it was called Lone Star Throwdown. There was about 3,000 trucks there.
Wow.
It is huge, and it's become, if you are a fan of trucks, lifted, lowered, what have you,
I'm not.
That is the place to be. And that was out in the countryside in Conroe, Texas.
Wow.
And I drove up there by myself on Saturday, left the family down in town.
Good call.
Yeah, that's not true. I actually took my oldest son, and he actually had a decent time. He's not a truck fan. But,
decent
time. Well, he wanted to hang out with Dad, and we were doing the dad hang thing. So we did that, and it was a great time, and I really appreciate those guys for hooking me up with tickets, and it was a good family vacation, and I loved. Houston is cool, but I've been to Dallas and Fort Worth and Austin, and I love all those cities a little more. So nothing against Houston. It's just, just a city.
Right.
Brought to you by the Houston Tourism.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're spending money trying to get us out there anytime soon.
I had one of those bizarre weekends where I did 2 weddings. And,
I saw your photos, dude. You were so you don't normally post during or right after weddings. You were fired up about these weddings. Why?
They're probably the biggest weddings that I'll do all year.
Oh,
so
damn.
it just happened to be that they were both back to back. That's actually, like Dave knows, if I usually have a Friday wedding, I won't take a day off on Friday. I usually would work the Friday, but this is like both weddings were about. Well, one was about 200-person wedding. The other one was a 250-person wedding. They wanted lighting. The first one had like 3 different sound setups. The other one had 4 different sound setups. And I'm a one-man show. So I need to get there and plan ahead and make sure, everything's going to go off without a hitch. But, the weddings were great. Shout out to B-Team listeners, Ryan and Jamie. They were the first couple. And then Rob and Uzma was the second wedding I had. But at Ryan and Jamie's wedding, dude, people love the B team.
No way.
I swear to God, like 3 different times I got approached by, hey man, do you mind taking a picture? Acting like I was somebody. I was like, yeah, we can take a picture, and it was just bizarre. People really are happy with what we're doing and really gives the prop. And Ryan, the groom, was saying that he pops on the B team when B team. There's a new B team. He'll pop us on first instead of the regular Kevin and Bean podcast.
Wow.
So I thought that was huge. That was huge.
So you know what's funny is I'm in line at Oahu's, and the guy in front of me turns around, and he's like, I guess he heard me talking or whatever, and he's like, lightning? And I go, unfortunately, yes. And you know what he does?
Yeah.
Takes his sleeve, rolls it up. What does he show me?
Cromwell.
Cromwell.
No
Shut up.
way.
No way.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I go, what? He goes, yep, love the B team squish.
Yeah, we got a little B team love at Bear Mountain.
Really?
Yeah. They told me and Beer Mug, hey, some guys were like, oh, I love Minute with Mugs. So and they start singing the song. So it's pretty cool that
it's cool how well
it's pretty
received
cool.
we are.
Yeah,
And I remember
I still don't
you
believe
guys,
it.
I remember you guys fighting me on it. No, this is gonna be stupid.
Yeah,
no one's gonna
listen to it or care.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, but that's the truth.
Yeah. It was a great idea, and I'm definitely having fun doing with it. But I still cannot get used to. So this guy Ryan, he knew everything about me. Because he knew that I come from Rancho. He's like, oh, the drive wasn't too bad for you, right? I was like, no. I'm like, it was like, you're from Rancho. And then he was like, I just got to be honest with you. I'm a huge fan of the B team. I was like, oh, okay. It's so bizarre, just a little
Shout out to
podcast,
Ryan then.
Yeah, absolutely. And isn't it crazy, Dave, how the Venmo's been going?
Oh my God, Venmo is so funny.
This is not fair. Just FYI, for full disclosure, This is not cool that I created this goddamn show and you guys are making money off of it.
Yes,
if you say that I'm making about $1,
Yeah.
oh, who got paid?
So I just got paid.
What?
Yeah,
More money.
More money.
Let's see. Oh, Dave Sanchez. You just paid me, and it says for butt stuff. I love that. But yeah, if you want to hit us up on Venmo, and it's funny. So my handle on here is DJ Omar Khan. And I got hit up a couple of times that people can't find your handle, Dave, because it's K-Rock KOM, right?
Yes, it's just KROQ KOM.
And they can't find you, so that's what his is. But let's give a quick shout out. This morning I got 25 cents from James Patton, so that was nice. Thank you, James. I got 69 cents from Alborz Zadeh. I don't know how to pronounce that last name, but he writes, feeling generous and because you're my make-believe friend.
I love the honesty.
I got $10.67, 106.7 from Jesse Trejo, and he writes, squish. 48 cents from Mallory Craig. She writes, baby. And Simba Sabu writes, baby. By the way, I can't find Dave's account. I think that's the guy who hit us up at by the guys night out.
Oh, nice.
And then Nathan Sanchez gave me $4.20 because 420. And Mike Girod just writes B Team. He gave me $1.67. So
nice.
Thank you guys.
Wow,
Keep the Venmo going.
That's pretty cool.
Venmo money, more money.
Venmo.
I think you're gonna have to create a jingle for that.
I think so. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
so it's paying for my gas,
right?
And hopefully it'll pay for a little bit of the babysitter, the babysitting fees I have to incur.
Yeah, you normally go home, and we have to make you stick around to do this. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that we forced that issue and got you to stick around for this.
Yes,
this
so
B-Team podcast.
I'm glad to do it.
Is this episode 30?
This is going to be the 30th one.
WTF?
Wow, that's
crazy. All right, let's get into it.
Yep, let's do it.
What's up, Kevin and Bean?
Take a ride with the B team. Let's get together and take a look behind the scenes. Talking about Kevin and Bean. Come on, let's start the show. Everybody grab your Vaseline. The B team. Yeah. The B team. The B team.
Oh, that's right.
The B team. Baby.
Yeah. Hey, Lightning, I know we're all having fun here, and we're all having a great time, but you actually have something serious that you want to announce on this B-Team, right?
Yes, I am.
You have an announcement, don't you, Lightning?
I have. Yes, I do, Kevin and Bean. Yes, I am departing the world-famous K-Rock. I was given a wonderful opportunity to join a great company, and I'm doing so. I'm moving on. Ain't no more K-Rock for Lightning.
I quit this bitch.
That's kind of a bummer. How long have you been here?
I have been with K-Rock since June of 1991.
Holy crap.
27 years. Motherfuckers.
Can we say that on the B-Team podcast?
I bleeped myself out, yes.
All right.
I am very sad to hear this news.
I'm happy about it. I have to be honest. You've worn on me.
Yeah. What a prick.
I'm really getting tired of it.
I know.
No, I agree with Bean. It's a bummer.
It's a super bummer because you are part of the fabric of K-Rock, part of what makes K-Rock and has made K-Rock for over a quarter century something special. And you have lived and breathed this radio station, and I don't think I can think of anyone who has worked harder over those years than you have, Lightning, or contributed less.
Now, wait a minute. That was an insult. You see what you did there? Contributed more.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I mean, I have had a lot of mixed emotions over this decision. I also feel like I have given, I've been here more than half my life.
Yeah.
And it's
Lightning's 31, you guys, and he's been here for 27 years. It's insane.
This place, it does run in my veins. I do bleed K-Rock. There's no question. I make my own merchandise, Like, yeah. I love all the jocks. I love almost everyone behind the scenes.
I don't want to be on this podcast if there's language.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you love almost everyone behind the scenes?
I do love everyone behind the scenes.
You have a giant K-Rock truck?
I convinced K-Rock to do things that they hadn't done ever in many cases that I'm really proud of.
And regret.
Yeah.
I don't know that I don't think that they...
You know what? That was a mistake.
You just spray painted on a van outside and you're saying that I regret stuff? Come on now.
I don't regret that. That's beautiful.
It is. By the way, I Instagrammed that this morning. It was a really, really nice piece you did on that sound van.
Thank you.
Yes.
Let me ask you this, Light. When's your last day, first of all?
Today's my last day.
Wow.
Today's my last day.
Wow. Way to drop a bomb.
Yes.
Will you listen to K-Rock now? Can you absorb it as a listener, or will it be too raw, too painful?
I've been trying to put myself in that mindset for quite some time. And I have been listening to, it started in 2008 when I handed the position over to Voldemort.
Yes.
And then
Lightning was the producer of the Kevin and Bean Show for how long?
Over a decade.
Okay. So then Voldemort shows up.
Yes, and so that was my assistant and gave her all my contacts and
him or her,
right,
whoever
right,
we're talking about.
Legal issues, right.
Sure.
Voldemort is a guy,
him or her.
right. And then that's a big failure. And then Dave takes over, and it's been wonderful. But when I
it's not been wonderful lately, though.
No,
Dave's fallen down on the job. I don't know what's happening. I think he's losing interest.
Lightning.
Is there a new place for you? Is there a place for at where you're going for Dave? I could have asked that better.
The answer is no. He's not into cars, so no. There is no place for Dave at Gale Banks Engineering. And when I moved over to digital, I got Mr. Trip Reeb, the Enemy of Fun's office over here.
Right.
I became a Kevin and Bean fan again. So I started in 1990 when you started. I was a fan. And I started as an intern,
right,
as you'll recall.
And then when you started working for us, that's when you started to hate us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is when I started to hate you, and I never had older abusive brothers until you guys.
Well, I mean, we're proud to play that role.
But guys, how was Lightning as a producer? Like,
I mean, at first, look, the thing about Lightning is he works his ass off.
Yeah.
A. B. He wastes a lot of time. Like he would call. Lightning was a martyr. I don't know if he did this to you too, Bean, but he would call me at like 9 at night and say, "Dude, I'm still at work, man. I'm trying to get my work done." I'd say, "Lightning, go home. Why are you still at work? What are you working on?"
That's just not
You
true.
were
That's not true.
terrible at time
Some of that I got that from Frank Murphy, who also would stay late and complain about it. But
he was our first producer. Yes.
No, he was your
Second producer.
third
producer.
Yes. God, you suck,
man. We go through
Freaking
people.
Laura Brown and Marie D'Arcangelo and
who gave you the nickname Lightning?
I think that was Bean. Bean doles out most of the nicknames because I was slow.
He was very slow.
I didn't understand that when Kevin and Bean said, "I need something in a minute," that didn't mean like you or I saying, "I need it in a minute." They mean 59 seconds because
time is already counting. Yeah.
On the 60th second, we're going on the air, cracking the mics, or we're gonna make fun of you for not giving us that paper, whatever it was. And I didn't really. It took me a long time because I was just a dude in school. Like I didn't really get that.
Let me just butt in for a second. How long does it take you to learn? If we say we need something in a minute and you realize it's 59 seconds, how long does it take you to learn that?
It took me a while.
Wow.
It took me a while.
Don't you
Not
learn
a minute.
That? Don't you learn that after one time?
I wasn't.
Where you go, oh, they really meant a minute.
Well, I did learn that, but see, you
over years.
Would you get it? No,
it
not
took
over years.
Years for you to learn that.
These guys are still dicks,
That's
Omar.
why Bean named you Lightning.
Here we go. Oh, the theme.
Yes.
Slowpoke. Bring it on.
Keep me waiting till it's getting aggravating. You're a slowpoke.
I think we came up with this theme song because we needed something to fill the time on the air while we were waiting for Lightning to bring us the thing that we expected to have 30 seconds before.
That's very true.
Let me be honest. You guys would play this and keep me outside the door waiting to make it look worse than it was.
I don't remember it
Yeah,
that way.
I know. Of course, you tune everything out.
Bean, do you remember it that way?
It's possible that we did that.
Be on the side of the stage. I drove 3,000 miles to get a Christmas tree. And I'd be on the side of the stage with the tree, and Kevin would be giving the hand, like, "Don't come out yet, don't come out yet," while this song plays, and the audience is getting pissed off that I'm late. He's like, "Don't come out yet, don't come out yet.
Sure.
You got to be slow."
I don't remember it that way.
Yeah.
Hold on, big finish for Lightning's theme song, you guys.
I keep trying to change you. It's not the thing to do. I guess I'll have to learn to be a slowpoke too.
We never learned that, though.
No.
Let me back up and answer Dave's question because he was asking how Lightning was as a producer. Besides the fact that I consider Lightning one of my closest friends over the years that I've worked at K-Rock, and I mean that sincerely, Lightning.
He's my top 100.
I know that I said at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony a few years ago that Dave was the best producer ever, but I only said that because he's our current producer, and I needed.
Hey, Bean, he's in the room now. You know,
I needed to motivate him to continue to try to do good work. I think Lightning was actually the best producer we ever had, Lee. So I'm here to say it right now. I think Lightning.
Well, Bean, I could say that everything I learned was from Lightning. So,
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
All
no.
right.
And, Kevin said that Lightning did so much